it's not about money. All this stuff is, it's just a blessing to be doing this stuff, right? Money good as fuck, nigga. Money good.
What up, y'all? I'm Speedy, and this is 360 with Speedy Morman. And today I am joined by who many consider the internet's funniest person. Druski is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Druski, what's up, man? How you?
I feel good, man. Got a little Celine on.
Bro, you been getting a lot of
come
money.
on, man. Hey, don't start now. Don't start now.
It's hard not to notice
Hey,
you getting
man, don't
a
start now.
lot of
Won't be
money.
nothing.
I mean, we see the feet.
You're
trying to tuck the two-tone under that.
Yeah. Come on.
Mohair, is that?
This ain't nothing, man. This is kind of like esquation fur right here.
Esquation.
Yeah, exquation. It's
Fuck
pretty.
is that?
Exquation is expensive.
Okay. I clearly am not in the tech, but I've never heard the word in my life. But even the hair dye looks a little more potent now that you...
It's potent. Punctual.
You were on time, so punctual indeed.
Very punctual indeed. I didn't even know what that meant at first. I just said it.
Punctual means punctual just means on time. You know what I'm saying? Look, we're teaching each other. You dripped a little water on the...
Because I'm dripping.
It's new money, but you know what I'm saying?
We starting off.
Can we get him a straw? Anybody get a straw for Druski? Nah, man. I mean, it's been incredible not only to watch your journey, in the comedy space, but you've kind of been developing outside as well. And I guess in broad stroke, before we really jump in, like, what's it been like for you the last few months and I guess couple of years?
Man, it's been really good. It's been a blessing for sure. Everything just new. Like, this is like rookie season, but we still going at it. Like, but all the fame and shit has changed my life, bro. Like, and I'm still the same person, and I think I'm just blessed to be in the position I'm in, for real. I get to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I get to be funny as hell. I'm going on tour soon, so. Yeah, this is...
Bro, we'll talk about the tour in a sec, but you are, at this point, genuinely certified famous. Like, some people are, like, kind of on the cusp, or they're, like, just internet famous, but, like...
I was in the in-between for a minute.
You were a tweener.
Yeah.
But now it's, like, bona fide.
Yeah.
What, is it everything that you imagined it might be?
Yeah, it's definitely everything I asked for. I think I got this list of goals that I always had. It's funny, I went out with some celebrity friends, like, a year ago, and we went out to like an event, and we all walked in together, and the paparazzi didn't know that anybody was there yet. So when we were in the club, we didn't know it was gonna be paparazzi when we get out. So they told us when we were walking out. I'm like, oh, okay, let me get myself.
What is the message? Like, yo, just so you know, there's paparazzi.
Yeah, they kind of tell you. They walk in there and be like, yo, to the group of people who are famous, they're telling them like, yo, it's some paparazzi. They didn't really come to me. And but I overheard. I'm like, okay, let me get ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting my mind right. I'm getting picture ready. And we walk out there, and the camera's just going crazy. I'm like this. I'm kind of like this. And I'm walking out the back door, and they going crazy for the other two celebrity friends that I was with. They're like, oh, hey.
Who
and
you
I'm walking. I don't want to say,
Okay.
I don't want to be that guy, right?
What, to brag about your celebrity friend?
Yeah.
I mean,
but
you put
listen,
the story
I was probably with two A-listers, and we're walking out, and they're like, hey, and I'm walking out behind them expecting the same treatment, and I walked out, and one dude, nobody else. One dude said, "Oh, what's up, Drew?" I said, "What the hell? You're not gonna say my stage name or nothing?" And I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" And I go and dap them, and like they all just put their cameras down. I'm like, completely blew me. I instantly went into my notes and started writing my goals like, yo, this can't be what happens next year,
There wasn't even like a sympathy photo taken?
Nah, man. It was just like, what's up, Drew? What's going on, man? I'm like, damn, I gotta get past that. Shit, I gotta live life like this, man. I can't be around.
Have you had a chance at redemption? Where the paparazzi have,
for sure. Yeah. I think more recently, I've had a couple paparazzi moments. Even when I walked the red carpet recently at the VMAs, that was a good moment. It was kind of a reassuring vibe and feeling of like them going crazy when I came out there. That was one of those moments where I'm like, okay, I'm here.
Was that when you wore the blazer with the shorts?
Yeah. Actually, y'all got a picture of the blazer with the shorts on here.
Is this
y'all
that
got
outfit?
The shorts. Yeah, this is that
thank
outfit.
God we crafted
it.
We crafted it the way for good reason.
Y'all didn't want to show the legs on that?
I mean, look, you're making up for it today, though. You know.
Come at you, man.
Let's take it back to the beginning for a second. You were actually born in Maryland, and then moved down to Georgia.
Yes.
Do you remember anything about Maryland, or you were really young?
Yeah,
at
I
the
was
time?
one. I was one. So.
Any fond memories?
Yeah, actually, one of my homeboys. I think we would always go back. My family would always go back for like family gatherings, and like we would go back for graduations of other family members and stuff. So I always went and saw like my family down there every summer. But yeah, when I was one, I definitely don't remember shit. I tell you that.
Your dad was a pilot.
Yeah.
Mom got a master's, worked at the CDC at one point. Growing up, did you feel that sort of kind of heavy pressure from them to, steer clear of, the desires that we all have and kind of go the route that they did, the higher education route? And
Definitely felt the pressure. Got enough ass whoopings for being funny in school. So I think the biggest thing about my parents, they always like were very good about the lessons, and and my mom taught lessons differently than my dad. Maybe my dad did it in like more of an aggressive, you don't really understand. He's teaching us shit about shit we're supposed to learn in maybe high school when we're in like elementary, like just crazy shit. Like why is my dad sitting here and just talk? He'll talk about anything and have a lesson behind it. It's just outrageous shit, bro. But yeah, my mom was also the same way, but she had a different way of doing it. I think they were both very a big part of my success, and learning, how to stay consistent. And my mom would always keep like clocks around the house to know, like, make sure you're using your time wisely. In the weirdest places, like it'd be in the bathroom, I swear, like she always kept like a clock in every single room. And I would tell her like, I'm bored. She's like, don't say you're bored. That means you're a born person. You can always do something with your time. So just little stuff like that when I was growing up, I was like, fuck off when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? But now all these small lessons that I learned from them all make sense.
Is that why you got a Rolex?
No, that ain't why I got this. This for other reasons.
No,
this ain't why I got this. Are you talking about this?
Two-tone?
Yeah, two-tone.
Jubilee
Yeah,
bands?
this ain't nothing.
Okay. Where do you think you learned more, from your dad or from Georgia Tech Technology Camp?
Ooh. What the hell? How did y'all know that I went to Georgia Tech Technology Camp?
I just do my research.
I don't think that's researchable. I don't even remember publicly saying that. That's crazy. Yeah, I went to Georgia Tech Technology Camp a couple years in a row. My mom used to sign us up and send us there during the summers, and like, she had us doing everything. Like, anything she could sign us up for that was like any part of learning. Like, she had us doing music. We did a drumming camp. We did piano. We did karate. I did soccer, like literally everything you could think of, like all these camps and sports camps and like you said, science camp, like just endless stuff. She always just made sure, you're gonna try everything to see what you like and see what you don't like, and even if it's a bad experience, it's still a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You learn from it.
Yeah, you gotta do a little of everything.
Yeah,
to
nah,
see if the shit
that
sticks.
camp definitely sucked. But the snacks were good. They used to have little Oreos and little Nutter Butters. I used to always tear them shits up. Yeah. So we got something from that. But I do remember that camp. That camp was like, it was kind of like nerds and shit. The kids that were there wanted to go there. My mom was putting me there because I'm bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the opposite, but it worked out.
Growing up, it seems you had a lot of diverse friends, because especially Gwinnett is a place that, what I hear, is got a lot of different cultures. Is your Mexican friend still in jail?
What the fuck? This dude's getting like Narwhal, bro. I didn't know about. His name is Joy Escobedo.
How's he doing?
Yeah, I think he's good. I don't know if he's in jail anymore. He had a couple older brothers that was in jail. I think last time I looked at his Instagram, I think he was doing construction work.
Okay.
Yeah, Joy. So shout out Joy, man. That was one of my friends back in middle school.
GGC, Georgia Southern is where you went to college. The first one was kind of like a pathway to the bigger school.
Yeah.
But you realized early on that school maybe wasn't for you.
Yeah.
Dropped out, and you said that that was a really tough time for you, not only like leaving Georgia Southern because you were depressed, but then like after like trying to convince everyone around you like that this is what you were meant to do.
Yeah.
How do you kind of chalk up that chapter of life now, looking back on it?
I think that was really a dark time during that time, but much needed though. I think you need sometimes you got to separate yourself from the group in order to figure out what's best for you. Yeah, that was some dark times, man. That shit. I used to just sit in the room and just try to like. I used to study all different types of like comedians and like. I would study them like studying for a test. You know what I'm saying? Like I would literally watch all the interviews and like try to figure out what made them want to do comedy or what made P. Diddy make this amount of money. Why did he invest in this? Why did Will Smith do this? You know, just everybody that I was inspired by, I studied. Like literally that whole semester, I didn't go to no classes, none. I called my mom. I got the fuck up out of there, man. I got out of there. It wasn't. She wasn't happy to hear it, but you know, I think now when I could call her and send some money,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I love you, man.
It's life changing.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's definitely different, you know.
After you left Georgia Southern, you used to cut grass?
Yo, what the fuck? Nah, man. I did cut grass though. It's crazy how you know this. Yeah, my dad had a lawn company on the side. So my dad's one of those people, bro. He is like obsessed with doing everything. Like he had us work for his lawn company for a long time, and we never got paid. And I still want payment from that. I'm pissed about that. He never paid us. He always told us. He said, "Man, if you're gonna live in my house and be eating, that's your payment right there."
Yeah.
So we are literally cutting the lawns and not getting nothing from it. Like we was dog. It's endless stories. Like, but you know, it was just me and my brother and him, and yeah, we didn't really know what we were doing. My dad actually, you know the tiller machine, the one that
I'm from New York, so we don't.
oh, y'all know shit about that. But you know, it's like a machine that you put in the ground and it puts the indent between the driveway and the grass.
Okay.
So my dad had one that went really, really deep. So he was like, "Yeah, I got this new machine," and he's talking to the neighbors, and we go to cut the neighbor's yard because he wants to try out the machine before we go to our clients. So we're cutting the neighbor's yard. This thing, he had it digging so deep that he cut all the power off and all the internet and everything in their house. And they come outside scream. I swear to God, bro. And like,
No way.
I'll never forget. And like my dad felt like so embarrassed and like, bro, we just ruined that. We ruined everything. They came outside screaming. And he was supposed to be doing them a favor. Like, I'm just gonna do it for y'all for free. I just want to test this out. Cuts the whole shit. Like cuts the wires and everything they had, bro. It was insane.
All the food in the fridge goes bad.
Bro,
and
it's
shit.
just, you know, my dad, he always wanted to do a lot of different shit, man.
But that wasn't your only job. You also worked at a trampoline park.
Yeah.
And that was, I'm not sure how long that chapter was.
Yeah,
but
that was after high school. So that was like when I came back from dropping out of college. So I was just trying out different stuff to do. Like I worked at like Red Lobster, McDonald's, just getting fired from a whole bunch of random stuff and quitting. Outback Steakhouse. But yeah, I did the trampoline park as well, yeah.
Tell me about this poor girl who's, it was a poor girl who was celebrating her birthday at Red Lobster and you spilled a thing of wine on her?
Yeah. I thought I knew what I was doing, man. I was working at Red Lobster for like a month maybe, and this is when I was like writing jokes in my notes and stuff, but I wasn't performing them yet. And yeah, so you know when you're a waiter, you have the circle thing on your
Platter.
hand. Yeah, the platter. And I had like a whole bunch of drinks. Mind you, this is like my second or third table ever. So they gave me a birthday party. Like, you're getting pretty good. We're gonna give you a birthday party. I'm like, fuck me. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm coming out. I got like 10 drinks on this thing, right? So in my mind, when I pass out these drinks, this is just a platter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking the balance of it will you know what I'm saying? If you move this drink over here, this is gonna get kind of heavier on this side. You move this one over here, it's gonna get heavier on that side. So I'm thinking I'm doing a great job. I'm passing them out. I'm like, yes. I said, happy birthday to you and to the great mother. So I'm just like being nice. And literally I take like the third one off and the birthday girl was like back here like to like my wrist because I'm just bending over and like getting out the drinks to the rest of the table. And the whole shit of like 7, 8 drinks, bro, literally dump on top of her. She had like a white blouse on. Bro, I've never been so embarrassed in my life. In my life. I was sick. And the ladies was like, ah! Like, and then the family is there like scooting their chairs back and shit. I'm looking like, oh my God. Dog, I wanted to quit that day. They sent me home anyway, so it didn't fucking matter.
You got sent home?
Yeah, they sent me home for sure.
For a simple
They sent me
mistake?
home. Oh man. If you think I was gonna bring out some more shit to ruin their night even worse. It was just like, it was horrible. They sent me home though. Yeah,
No
man.
tip from that table, I imagine.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. They wouldn't tip me for shit. They definitely wasn't looking at tip. They were pissed. They were pissed.
I would be too.
They were pissed.
Imagine
they, were
they
pissed.
spilled that
Your
on the
birthday.
Celine.
Yeah.
You know?
Ooh, boy. Somebody gonna die they spilled on this thing. I still gotta take this back.
Yeah.
You crazy?
Tag salon?
Yeah, it's a tax.
Is the tag really salon or no?
Come on. Hey, we'll talk. Don't embarrass me on here.
From what I hear, it all started, though, the Druski that we know all started at a specific Exxon in Lawrenceville.
Yeah.
And that is the site of where you made your first ever skit.
Yeah, that was one of the first times I just said, fuck it, and I'm gonna just do it. I didn't know exactly what I was doing. I'm like, I just got to get my foot in the door. I just got to try something. So we just like recorded. My friend had pushed me to do it, and he was just like, bro, just start recording just random clips. And this is before I was being creative or really trying to be funny. I was just being silly, and we just recorded me talking shit at the gas station. And it got like locally, like some people from my high school was like, yo, this is pretty funny. Da, 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 da. I was like, all right, I'll keep trying it. And just consistency just pays off, man, for real. But I knew I had it in me, though. I knew I had it in me to do way better stuff and to do next level things that, a lot of people might not have seen in me then.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here now.
Do you feel like you would be this big had the pandemic not happened? Because during that time, you really capitalized on the moment more than anyone I had seen.
Yeah. The pandemic, low-key, was a blessing for me, man, for sure. I think it had everybody's attention, caught everybody's eye when other people were like, I'm going to just chill during this time and then pop back out whenever everything gets healthy. To whereas me, I'm like, yo, this is my time to shine. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's watching. I'm going to start cutting in records. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. That's when everything started, bro. Everything, like, I started getting eyes from everybody in the world around that time, for real. Like, that was an amazing time. And to keep it consistent and to just continue to grow is good even after the pandemic,
Yeah. What was the moment that you yourself noticed a shift in terms of like going from, just being a guy that's funny on Instagram to like, okay, like this is something that I need to be.
Definitely when that paparazzi didn't say shit to me. But Drew, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up, Drew? Yeah, I think definitely around that time. Nah, I'm bullshitting. When did it like really go up?
Yeah. When was there a moment for you that it could be something subtle where you were like, oh shit, like, okay, like I knew I was gonna get there, but like now this is really, really happening right now.
Dang, that's a good question. I think the little things like my mom hit me and like she sent me the other day was just telling me how proud she was and like I think we went out and like a lot of fans had gathered up outside the restaurant and was like waiting on me because I took some pictures inside the restaurant and then some fans had waited on outside the restaurant and just like her reaction and stuff like that is just, that kind of lets me know like, okay, I'm doing it. Even after all the craziness, you know what I'm saying, but still it's the small things that still kind of get you to be like, damn, all right, I'm really pushing it.
Hell
pushing
yeah.
the boundaries, yeah.
Can you just tell us the process? Like, so we at the crib, we see a 60-second IG reel or a 60-second skit. I imagine, though, a lot more goes into it than just that. So from beginning to end, can you just kind of walk us through the process of what it's like creating one of these skits from ideation to you pressing the share button?
I got you. I think it starts off when me or one of my team members, which are like my close friends and like people that I work with and are on payroll as well now, under the company for lifers. But it starts off with one of us noticing something because I like real life humor and like, I people watch, I study, body language and all that in public. So it starts off with one of us noticing something or going through something, or we might be coming back to the house because everybody gathers up in my house all the time, just all my close friends. And we always talk about like the funniest stories or what recently happened or the funniest things. And we all like have our notes and like ideas that we share across from each other, but we always will share it with each other. And when we're telling these stories, some of it is so funny. We're like, yo, that has to become a skit or at least a stand-up joke now that I'm doing the stand-up stuff. But one of the two, we always come up with stuff. Or maybe I'll see it in my own life where I went through something when I went to Starbucks and this lady was maybe acting a certain way, or I was like, damn, I was studying her body language and it was very funny and like whatever she did, and I will reenact that or use the same mannerisms and stuff. And I think when we put it all together, that's like a whole nother day process. So the first process is coming up with it and negotiating, figuring out what's the funniest one we should do. And then is the timing right for it? Like, does it fit in the time of when we do drop it? Like, does it matter in real time right now? Like, do people care about it on Twitter? Do people care about it on TikTok, Instagram, whatever we post on YouTube? And then the next is shooting. So we find out like a whole day to shoot, where we need to shoot, what people we need involved. Yeah, I'm very tapped in and we study this stuff. So it's like, I'll go to like some of my close friends that might still live in Gwinnett that haven't made it out and be like, yo, we really want to shoot this skit. I think you'll be perfect for it. And like shoot like a real life scene. Like we'll talk to her mom or his mom and maybe shoot it in their house while she's coming back home from work or something. Or it'd be like the craziest scenarios. Like we'll go to a kitchen, like I'll talk to somebody at McDonald's and we'll shoot inside of a McDonald's kitchen. You know what I'm saying? We've really done some of this stuff. And we'll negotiate just ways how we can get inside of these places or like use a cop car. We used a cop car one time, like a real cop car. Like I was really driving a real cop car and almost got in trouble for that. But that's kind of like how we go about, you know, getting into some of these scenarios. But yeah, when we shoot, it's like a full day. And sometimes it may look like we shot it quick or like we'll plan like a fake party scenario. So if somebody's having like a baby shower, a real one, I'd be like, okay, we should shoot the birthday video at the baby shower. So it looks like it's a party going on. Really, we're at a real baby shower. And when we're shooting it, we have everybody in on it, and everybody just don't look at the camera. Everybody play along, act as if we're at somebody's birthday party right now, or somebody's baby shower. And yeah, it's kind of like that's like the process of shooting it. And then I edit everything myself or my other team members. If it's longer than like 2 minutes or something, I have team members that edit for me and like do stuff for like commercial work and all that. But majority of the time, I only trust like my, you know, funniness in order to judge what I like to put out. So
are you editing it right on your phone or?
Yeah, I edit it on my phone. I use a program in my phone to edit, and it takes me like I'll probably wait until the next day or maybe in the middle of the night that night, because I like to give my brain some time to sit on it, figure out what was funny from that, like how it should be edited, you know.
Coulda Been Records. It's you know, everybody knows it. It's a kind of fake, but maybe real.
Oh, it's all the way real. It's all
the way you could switch into that character is brilliant at a drop of a hat. But you know, it's a record label where you go on IG Live, you have people kind of perform, and you try to see if you can sign them. But when you think about the impact that it's had, not only for your career, but on the careers of the people that are guests on the show, and you sit and realize that like there are at times over 100,000 people simultaneously watching live all over the world. What is that like? There are a lot of TV shows that can't like with like $1 million budgets that can't get 100,000 people to watch at once.
And sometimes I think the highest we got might have been like 240,000, 250,000.
250,000. Just like that. At the same time.
At the same time, all in once.
What's that like?
I just seize the moment. I think I love just making people laugh, so that actually heightens my comedy even higher. You know, like when I get put into these situations where it's like, it's all on you right now. Like it's like all eyes on you. You're in that moment. Just seize the moment. Don't even think about it. Just do it. You know, and then look at it later. Because sometimes I'll say some of the craziest shit on there, or the funniest shit, and I swear to God, to y'all, like I really won't even know I said that. Like I'll go back and be like, damn.
That was a good one.
That was funny. I don't even know how I came up with that so quick. Like that improv is there, and I think I put so many hours into like watching and watching the past Coulda Been Records and just laughing at some of that stuff that it's like the next one I'm always prepared for sure. But yeah, it's definitely a good platform. It's grown way surpassed what I thought it would be. I thought it was just gonna be like a talent show at first, you know, just during the pandemic, and it just has blown up into a real label and a real company, and it's under the umbrella For Lifers, my production company. But yeah, it's definitely changed some careers for some of the people that are also in it.
Yeah.
Like they have a fan base now.
Right.
From them being on the live, you know, like people, they're like, I watched one of the pages recently. I seen one of the dudes got like a whole fake Coulda Been Records chain, and he got
I
like
saw.
50,000 followers. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like, I didn't even do any of that. He's literally doing that on his own, and he's recording people coming up to him. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, changing lives out here, bro.
Yeah, man.
The Drake video.
Yes.
You were, I think this is kind of over the pandemic, but Drake and Dirk had a song, and
Yep.
they somehow asked you to be a part of the video,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you went out to Beaverton, Oregon, at the Nike headquarters, and
Yeah.
shot there. What was that whole experience like?
Man, that experience was crazy, bro. That was actually my first time meeting him in person. That nigga right there moved like the president, man. I remember when I first met him, I was sitting there like, yo, Drake's gonna come and talk to you. So I'm like, all right, I'm waiting. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I smell this aroma in the room, and people might be like, what the hell are you talking about? I smell this aroma in the room all of a sudden. And I'm like, yo, what is that smell? Like, it smells like heaven, but I don't know what the fuck that is. You know what I'm saying? So I see from a distance that he's walking with like, I don't know if it's him at first. I just see like a whole bunch of security walking around the person. So I'm like, that's gotta be him. I see like 12 dudes moving like the president. And so I'm looking like, what the fuck's going on, right? And as it gets closer, I smell the smell way closer. I'm looking like, yo, what the fuck is that? Shit is crazy. And he comes and talks to me. He's like super down to earth. And he was just like, we just talked for a while before we even shot the video, and he was just giving me, you know, my kudos and telling me all this stuff. But it was one of those moments where I was like, damn, that I can honestly say that's one of those moments where I was like, all right, I'm here. And, you know, I felt like definitely a rookie then, if anything, because I didn't know if people really was on to me all the way when I shot the video. You know, I think that was definitely one of those things that that's like spring started my career and kind of made people respect me, you know. And got to give kudos to him too for noticing and knowing and realizing that I was such a great talent so early on.
Yeah. He is good at
Yeah.
seeing talent before it
Yeah.
happens. I'm wondering if you were nervous in that moment, like as
Hell
you see
yeah, I was
this.
nervous. Nigga, he coming up with with 20 security guards, you know. Yeah, man, that dude moved like the president. I remember watching them leave set that day, and they're cutting cars off on the real street. Like, his car is surrounded by like 6 cars on a street. And you can't even, like, even if you wanted to merge, this car on the outside is gonna hit you. Like, they don't give a fuck. Like, you're not even gonna come close to this middle car right here. Like, it's insane, but it was definitely crazy to watch, man. He's a genius, bro.
Who was it that came to tell you that Drake was going to come talk to you? Is that
I believe it was Future the Prince.
Oh, okay.
His manager, yeah, he had come in, yeah, and yeah, that moment was just wild. That was one of those moments that I'll never forget. It was like, because, you know, I hadn't met anybody too famous around that time. Like, I was, you know, I had gone on tour, a small tour with Jack. Me and Jack weren't.
early on, though?
Yeah, it was early on. We didn't really know anybody. He didn't know anybody then. I didn't really know anybody. We had like 50 to 100 people coming out to Jack shows, you know. Yeah, we didn't really have too big of a fan base, but we definitely had goals that we wanted to hit for sure.
As the potent smell was increasing.
I like how he's going back to this.
I'm so intrigued by this.
Nah, it's crazy. I don't even know what the fuck that is. He gave me a bottle of this potion, and I was like, yo, nigga, what the hell is this? The shit from Space Jam that you putting on for real? Because it smelled different. I don't even know what the smell is. I don't even know. It's still mind blowing. But yeah, it's just a little. I guess they only make it for him. He makes his own cologne, and it's like a potion. And yeah, that's probably why he's so damn great. I need to rub some more of that shit on. I poured it all in one sitting, and I put it on my body.
Should have savored it a little.
Tried to become something, you know. Nah, I'm fucking around, but yeah, I don't have that cologne no more.
Damn, sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, it sucks.
You've since gone on tour multiple times. You know, Jack was the early on tour, and then you went on tour with J. Cole, and then you also went on tour with Chris Brown and Lil Baby. But at the time where you were going on tour with J. Cole, an artist of that magnitude is not, you know, someone we come across every day. What were some of the differences you noticed about how an artist of that caliber moves versus, like, you know, some of the rappers that we'll see on a day-to-day basis?
J. Cole was a different breed, man. That nigga was going on bike rides and shit after the shows. That with no security, like, this dude is out of his mind, and you know, he's just very different. He's a genius in his own way as well, but he's definitely very different, man. It wasn't. 100 hoes behind the scenes after the shows. I tell you that, it wasn't that. It was definitely very quiet. It was him, maybe his homeboys in a room way down there. He's like fucking meditating or some shit. You know, like he's just a quiet guy. He's a chill, and he's not into that. He's a family man, you know. Yeah. J. Cole is definitely, he's locked in, and he moves way different from a lot of these other rappers, for sure.
Well, stark contrast, I imagine, than a Lil Baby and Chris Brown tour.
Oh, yeah.
What was that tour like?
Man, them hoes was, boy. Woo! Man, they was loaded, boy. I'm talking about, bro, we tried to get into the club with Chris Brown after a show one night, and we got pushed out the way by a whole bunch of groupies. Like, literally, I'm walking with Chris Brown, like, I'm behind him, and they're screaming. Like, he had gotten off the bus because he was like, yo, we're going to all walk in together. I'm like, all right, cool. As soon as he gets off, pandemonium, literally. Like trying to rip his shirt. Like, bro, I'm trying to keep up with him. I didn't even get in the damn club that night.
What? And y'all
I
came
got
together?
it, but it took me 30 minutes.
Took me 30
minutes.
So somehow you got split up at the door.
Yeah. We get split up. Nigga, they were talking about they don't know who the fuck I am at the door. And I had to go around to a side entrance, and his people let me in. But it was stupid as fuck, man. Like, I'm like, God damn, like these girls, bro, that tour was very different from the J. Cole tour. Yes, that was, yeah.
Were you getting much love on that tour?
Yeah, I got a lot of love on that tour. The Chris Brown and Lil Baby tour, I actually that was my first time bringing the Coulda Been Records set to stage.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, so that was really very funny, and all the fans enjoyed it for real.
Word.
Yeah.
At this point of your career, can you sleep without that fire on you?
What do you mean by that, man? what are we talking about here, man?
Well, I'm just asking because aren't you a born sinner and you can't sleep without that fire on you?
What the fuck is going on?
Is that not the case?
What the fuck is going on now? For real. What are you getting at?
I'm sorry.
Is that a lyric?
On Grandma Knows, you say,
Oh shit! You
Born-
heard that song?
Born-
That's the only song I put out.
born sinner, can't sleep without that fire on me.
I was bullshitting. All that's bullshit. I think I said I crossed my brother, and that was bullshit. I lied on all those lyrics in that song. Yeah, man. Don't quote anything from. I put out a single not too long ago called "Grandma Knows Y'all," and that was all bullshit. I played it for my grandma. She said, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Yeah, I definitely fucked up with that single. Yeah, don't quote anything from that. That stuff is bullshit. I don't even come on.
So no,
No,
not sleeping with that
I
fire.
don't even own a gun. No.
And Grandma doesn't know.
Grandma don't know shit. She don't know what the fuck I was talking about. Yeah.
Sorry, bro, I gotta collect myself.
No, you
I didn't mean to laugh. Nigga say, yeah, I was lying about all of that.
All that bullshit. Every line in that song was crap. Yeah.
You slid in Jack Harlow's DMs, and that's how you guys met for the very first time.
I ain't sliding them.
True.
I ain't sliding the DMs.
This is what I've heard.
I like the way you worded that.
So you didn't slide.
I mean, I reached out.
So you slid. Is that not a slide?
That's not sliding. Nah, I reached out to him. Puff had posted something, and like I told you, I was looking up to Puff around that time. So,
But only around that time?
I still look up to him, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, he has some good practices, yeah. He's a smart dude. He had posted Jack in like a skating rink. It was a video of Jack singing some song in the skating rink. And I was so impressed that I was just like, yo, good shit, do your thing. I usually reach out to people that I feel like, you know, have potential and like I see stardom in them. I still do that to this day, but I reached out to him and was like, yo, keep doing
So
your
you
thing.
slid
Good
and
shit. No, I did not slide. Didn't say that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, when you slid, what'd you say?
No, I didn't slide. I never slid. That's what I'm trying to say. I never slid. I approached. I messaged. I direct messaged. And, yeah, that's pretty much what I said. Yeah.
And a budding friendship came from.
Oh, man. Great friendship, for sure.
It's a good thing you slid in the first place.
I never slid, though, man. I'm trying to tell you. I never slid in his DMs. I never did that.
At this point, though, great friends. But there was a skit that I saw or you guys had a bunch of skits together, especially early on. But there was one that was funny as hell to me, and it seemed like you were celebrating Thanksgiving at his house.
Oh, man.
Was that real, or was that
Thanksgiving at his house sucks. Oh, my God.
Jack Harlow doesn't throw a good Thanksgiving.
Bro. I don't even know. They were singing white people hymns. Like, and I ain't never even heard, like, white people. They were singing, like, I don't even know, like, songs about the Jingle Bell Rock and shit. Like, you know, just stupid shit. I don't know. And I think every year that they print out these pieces of paper and they sing songs together after Thanksgiving. And I thought it was a joke, but it was dead ass. Like, it was really a real thing. Like, he had aunts and uncles in there and, like, kids. They're, like, smiling, hugging him, and, like, they're like, jingle bells. Like, it was insane. Like, and I didn't know. I'd never seen no shit like that, for real.
And how about the food?
Trash. Trash, yeah. Yeah, I think his mom tried to make some crumble cake. I don't even remember what the hell that shit was called. She tried to put she put crumbles on top of everything. It was crumbles on top of the egg salad. It was crumbles on top of the macaroni. Crumbles on top of the dressing. Yeah, the dressing wasn't even dressing. It was what white people call dressing again? Y'all know. Y'all too. Y'all definitely know. See, they don't even know what dressing is. They're like, what the hell dressing is? Look, you heard them? Stuffing.
That's mad funny. Damn.
I'm sorry, y'all. Dressing is, y'all got to try it. Dressing is definitely different from stuffing.
Would you do it, Thanksgiving holiday right around the corner?
Yeah.
Would you run it back?
Yeah, I'd definitely run it back. Probably get a caterer. Yeah, it'd be cool, though. You know, his family cool as hell, though. Everybody in his family, I see why he was successful. Both his parents are very smart as well.
Good people, good cooks.
Yeah. No. Can't cook for shit. But good people, good vibes. They can't cook for a motherfucking thing, though. I'd be damned to eat anything his mom make again. But very good people. I love them to death, for sure.
You know when you at a family event and the food whack, you turn the plate upside down?
Yeah. I didn't even care to do that. I threw it right away in their face. I wasn't touching that shit. I think the turkey was all right. Can't fuck up a turkey. You just cooking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't too much to come with that.
Ooh. Sorry, I gotta collect myself again. Sorry.
Yeah.
So Mountain Dew, Call of Duty, KFC, Beats, Madden. Which of these companies are your favorite?
I love the way you did that. I love all the companies I've worked with. Holy shit. Well, considering I would never get another check from the ones that I would agree against. Yeah, I love them all, man. They're all great companies, They all gave me an opportunity to shine and be creative, so...
But if you had to only work with one.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't work with one. I'd probably work with all. Yeah, I'd probably work with all of them again. They were all good companies, man,
Which one paid the best?
Yeah. Yep. They paid good. They all did. They all paid the same. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They all paid the same amount?
Oh, same amount. It's crazy that they did because I actually requested that. I requested that they all did the same thing. Yeah.
Druski, there's a lot of IG comedians in the world, but you've kind of found a way to make it more lucrative than it seems anyone else has.
Yes. The police coming? Hell no. Y'all ain't gonna bring up money. Hell no.
The IRS is here.
I know y'all heard that. Yeah, y'all tripping, man. Don't do that to me.
The IRS is here.
Yo, what the hell?
So tell us more about the brand deals. What the IRS on?
Hell no. He talking shit about it.
How have you found a way to kind of make it so lucrative and take it beyond just the platform of Instagram?
You know, it's not about money. All this stuff is, you know, it's just a blessing to be doing this stuff, right? The money good as fuck, nigga. Money good. Hey man, fuck that shit. The money good, nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Damn. I feel good. Shit, I don't know what else to say. Shit, I'm making some money. Hell yeah. It's changed my life, bro. You know, I try to be humble about it, be smart. But hey, that shit. You know, yeah. Mm-hmm.
One of the newer partnerships you have is with the Nelk Boys. Happy Dad is a beer.
Not a beer.
It's not
seltzer.
Seltzer, pardon me.
Seltzer.
It's a seltzer, and
Yes.
the Nelk Boys are, for those who don't know, how would you describe them? Because they're
like
a YouTube
frat
collective.
Kids. They're like a frat, for sure. But they're very popular on YouTube.
And you guys kind of linked up how?
I was a big fan of their stuff. I was watching all their pranks and stuff early on when they had the original squad of Nelk. It was Kyle and Jesse at first, and they would do pranks and like go around to different colleges and like drink beers and like turn up with the frats at the school, and then they would like prank on the campus the whole day. And like they were literally just getting in their car traveling. So they were grinding, and I was just like, damn, that seems so fun. But they weren't making too much money around that time, and then they started being smart about what they're promoting and creating their own business in their own way. So I gotta give it to Kyle from Nelk. He's definitely a genius.
Yeah.
Sure. He runs the whole engine of that whole thing. The Full Send, Nelk, Happy Dad, they're all his companies. So yeah, he's a genius, man. So I definitely wanted to work with them somehow. We hung out a couple times and talked about business ventures and stuff, and then I think it was just the right choice to start working with Happy Dad. So yeah.
Word. Congrats on that.
Yeah.
Praise This. It's a movie that you're a part of alongside some incredible people. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Praise This is a movie, like a family comedy. People starring in like Chloe Bailey, myself, other comedians like Country Wayne. We got Quavo in it. It's a competition gospel praise group type vibe. So we are in a praise group that comes together, you know, and compete with other praise groups.
Nice.
It's gonna be fire. Y'all gonna see me dancing and singing and shit, yeah.
We've seen you work on a lot of projects in the past. When you have co-stars and other collaborators, do they normally all save you with an eggplant emoji next to their name?
No.
Is that the standard across the board? Or?
Nah, I think that was just something Chloe did. I think it was just a fruit. She should put that there for a fruit. That ain't.
Is an eggplant a fruit?
It should be. If it ain't, it should be. Yeah. She probably like vegetables too. Yeah, she like vegetables, so she saved my name in her phone under that. But that ain't, you know.
No big deal.
Yeah, it's emojis, man. Emojis ain't shit, right? Yeah, she's a cool girl. Very cool girl.
Nice. How was it working alongside her?
She's a genius, bro. Like that girl, she can sing her ass off. She can actually act very well. She could force herself to cry, which like blew my mind. Like literally,
Really?
like if she's in like a deep scene, if she's like talking to someone, she can accidentally cry sometimes because the emotion to the scene may be like an attachment to her life or something that she went through for real. And like she'll start crying, get herself together, be professional, and get back to it. I'll be like, yo, I don't know what the fuck. But she's really good. She actually impressed me a lot watching her act on set.
Nice.
She's very good.
Good, man. I guess lastly here, you know, you have a stand-up tour
Yes.
coming that we hear is very lucrative.
Yes.
Nearly 8 figures is what the streets are saying.
Yeah. They picked that up on Twitter, didn't they?
Did they? I didn't know that.
Yeah. You found it somewhere.
I saw the contract, so
Okay. All right.
I'm just kidding. It's the contract. But nearly 8 figures, nationwide comedy tour.
Yeah.
You're the headliner, so it's literally your tour. And
Yes.
you know, comedy is a difficult thing, and you know, not all comedy works everywhere. And so, you know, I imagine that, you know, the comedy from your Instagram skits are very different than what it takes to do stand-up.
Yes.
So kind of how are you maybe workshopping that, and what can people look forward to from this tour?
At first, it was a struggle trying to figure out the balance, you know, because you got to know the balance and you got to learn this shit. You know, it's all new. I had a conversation with Kevin Hart when I went to his show in Atlanta, and he was just like, "Stop being a bitch," and I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And he's like, "Yo, you're funny as hell. Stop being a bitch." And I'm like, "All right," and I'm like, explain yourself further, and he explained to me, he was just like, "Yo, you got to put in the work. You can't skip just because you think that." You know, you're lit. Don't think that this is gonna last a lifetime. Like, bro, this could all be gone tomorrow. He's like, if you can't put asses in those seats, it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
So he was just like, yo, go grind it out. Go to these small comedy clubs. Go struggle. Go fail. Go figure out what's funny. Don't get up there thinking you're the shit already and thinking you can do it. So I took his advice, and that's what we're doing. So, yeah, he's one of those people where it's like a wake up moment. Like, damn. I was just watching your interviews and studying everything that you were doing, you know what I'm saying? For him to be on some Big Brother shit and, you know, let me know good advice like that, that's much needed.
Do you have specific locations that the tour will be, or what can you tease about? New York, LA, you know, places.
Yeah, definitely all the top cities, all the big cities, and we'll be hitting some college markets as well, so some colleges will be very happy to hear that I'm coming there as well. But, yeah, we're bringing Coulda Been Records live as well on the tour. It's called the Coulda Woulda Shoulda Tour.
Coulda Woulda Shoulda Tour.
Coulda Woulda Shoulda.
I love it. And it kicks off when?
Starts in March 2023.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Does your mom still want you to finish college?
Yes, actually she does. Still, I promise you she do. She don't give a fuck how much money I make. She believes school's important and I should still go and get a diploma.
You plan on doing that?
Yeah, I definitely will. Hey, ain't got to be right now, right? We'll get it at some point. Look what Shaq did.
Right, look what Shaq did.
He's a damn sheriff.
And a bunch of other things,
Yeah,
too.
amongst a lot. I think he's a doctor, too. Shit.
I don't know what it is. Shaq can do anything.
Yeah.
Shaq's one of the rare people who can do anything he wants on earth, and like nobody will ever question it.
Agree.
Anything else you want to leave the people with? Anything else you want to share?
Kids, don't do drugs, right? I went to school with a lot of kids who was doing drugs, and their life sucks. So try to stay away from that type of shit, huh? Yeah.
Didn't mean to laugh at that, but that was...
Yeah, that's real.
I'm
That's
sorry,
real.
that
It's
was
the real, you know? And that's all I fucking got, man. I don't got nothing else for the kids.
Well, Druski, I appreciate you
Thank you,
pulling
brother.
up, man.
Thank you,
Congrats
man.
on all the success, and I
Appreciate
can't
you.
wait to see the tour.
Yes.